This woman will die every 4:45, being hit by a tombstone, being stabbed by someone, but every time after death, she will return to 9 minutes before her death. She's sitting in the car, holding an urn in hand. He's going to attend his mother's funeral, accompanied by my father. He came to the funeral scene holding an urn in his hand. But gradually he felt something was wrong. At the funeral, there was a group of strangers, with no glass on their faces. He's all staring at himself. Suddenly, he bumped into an aunt. Auntie walked away with a disdainful expression on her face. The funeral is about to begin. Dad looked at the small blue and white house on one side, passing the umbrella, saying they're going to buy flowers. At this time, the tombstone was also brought by a crane, and the windshield of the crane is shattered. The driver played a song. So far away, the girl still heard the song. Looking back, that group of strangers are still staring at her. Everywhere there is something wrong with it. Suddenly, the cigarette ash fell onto the driver's arm. The driver shivered from the heat. The tombstone came straight at him. He's about to die. I glanced at my watch before I died. 4:45. He suddenly opened his eyes. Still in the car, holding MOM's urn in hand. Was everything just a dream? Girl getting off the car? But his chilling discovery, everything she saw was exactly the same as in her dream. Funeral begins, and Dad is going to that blue and white house to sell paintings again. The crane for delivering the tombstone has also arrived. All of this is so much like that dream. The girl retreated anxiously. Suddenly he bumped into that strange aunt again. The girl completely collapsed. She ran to the blue and white house, find Dad and the flower shop owner. I looked at the girl with a strange expression, and said, do you want to give your daughter a song too? Dad just got angry. Isn't this cursing my daughter? I rushed her up and started fighting with the boss. The girl was cornered. At this moment, Yai Peng's phone rang. Mobile screen fragmentation. The ringtone and the crane play the same song. Suddenly, the girl died again. The clock on the wall is still 4:45. The girl opened her eyes again. She returned to the back seat of the car. Girls die in a fancy way every 4:45. Be hit and stabbed. This time, she charged back for 49 minutes. She's extremely scared, begging Dad to go home. But today is my mother's funeral. How could Dad agree to his nonsense? This time he proposed to go buy flowers with his father. I also told my father not to argue with the boss. Father and daughter come to the greenhouse. The towel the boss casually picked up fell on the pressure cooker. Dad suddenly said, let's talk about it. The boss also stared at him strangely. He retreated in fear. At this point, the pressure cooker exploded. The bohai sees coming straight towards him. Fortunately, he avoided it. The girl ran out in panic. But I bumped into a strange aunt again. It seems like I can't escape this predetermined plot every time. The girl is in despair. At this time, Dad suddenly pounced on me. Turns out the wire fell into a puddle, and the girl almost stepped into the puddle. Dad's glasses are broken. The horn that generates electricity suddenly plays music. That song again. The girl quickly glanced at her watch. It's almost 4:45. The flower shop owner suddenly rushed out. The girl is dead again. She woke up from the back of the car again. She calmed down this time. She asked her father, who are these strangers? Dad didn't answer. The tombstone is here again. The girl closed her eyes and waited for death. But this time the tombstone fell to the ground safely. The packaging of the tombstone gradually opens, and the tombstone is actually engraved with the girl's name. The girl collapsed. It's not me who wrote my name. You also said that. No. But I saw my father's voluntary abandonment of treatment commitment letter that fell to the ground. Raise your eyes again. That strange aunt has appeared again. The girl can't stand it anymore. She wants to drive away from here. But looking at the windshield wipers in front of the car, he was stunned. He recalled every time before he died. Dad always has something shaking in his eyes. Once it was a swing, once is a pointer, once it was a wire. These are all like wipers. Finally, she remembered. Mom is driving her daughter on the road. Suddenly, each collided with a crane. Broken car window. Mom passed away on the spot. The girl was pierced into her chest by a cross hanging in front of the car. Fortunately, there was a breath before he was carried onto a stretcher and conscious. He saw the watch of the paramedics. 4:45. The original infinite death and rebirth. It's all a girl's dying fantasy. After a car accident, the first thing she saw was a broken windshield. The windshield of the crane, the phone in the flower shop. Dad's glasses, fragmented elements. It always appears in the illusion. The second thing I saw was my mother's body. So in the illusion, always holds his mother's ashes. To participate in MOM's fantasy, before the car accident, the girl is listening to a song, and that song became his elegy. The crane driver let go of the phone. The bell has sounded. Discovered that the boss had played it. His ambulance is blue and white, so the houses selling flowers are also blue and white. The crane that the car collided with also appeared in the illusion. The bystanders at the scene of the car accident turned into indifferent strangers at the funeral, and every time he bumped into a strange aunt, it's the aunt who almost got hit. At this point, the time has come to 4:45 again. He got off the car. Time stationary. Rainwater condensation. She came to the greenhouse. Hear Dad's voice. She pushed the door. I saw my dad and the flower shop owner. So the flower shop owner in the illusion is his attending doctor. The doctor advised Dad to give up treatment. So in the illusion, he became the killer of the girl. The girl wants to stop her father from signing, but Dad still signed his name. The doctor has started shutting down the device. At this time, he moved. I saw him move. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. The girl slowly opened her eyes. Dad is so excited. He gently stroked the girl's hair, feeling guilty and happy. The girl smiled weakly, but when I turned my head,